What is up, everybody? In today's video we are going to be talking about ECU options for the K24 swapped E30, all that in today's episode. My name is Ryan, this is Project Race Car, let's get into it. So before we get into the two main ECU options for the BMW E30, I kind of wanted to show you guys what couple of parts came in and where the E30 sits and what we are going to be doing with it. So off camera, I've been messing around with the fuel lines down there. We actually cut off the top portion of them to get that extra rivet off. So I just used this guy, little pipe cutter, to cut the two fuel lines off, and then we will be able to put on the AN adapter and just use that to adapt the hard lines. Anyways, as the car sits, you see that we got the headers on, so that is very good. But if we go to the back of the car, we can see the exhaust king. So in a future video, I will be doing a full custom 3-inch exhaust by yours truly. We ordered all the parts and we will be doing all the welding and everything like that. I'm gonna try to show you guys that it is not as difficult as you think, I think. We'll see how it goes. So maybe it is as difficult as we think. I've done a decent amount of welding before, and so we are going to tackle this full stainless steel exhaust, and hopefully it goes well. With it, we got this absolute beautiful 3-inch muffler with a DTM style upkick. We have a resonator and a flex pipe, and then a couple of V-bands that I'm going to scatter out throughout the exhaust. That way it just comes off in pieces and I'll be able to service the diff without taking the full exhaust off. So we'll have, a cutoff right here and, one right here, and then the exhaust attaches like right there, if that makes any sense. So that will be coming in a future video. The other video is we got these banjo fittings for the power steering pump, and we will be converting the thing to a electric Volvo power steering pump, so I will show you guys that as well. And finally, we got our fuel pressure regulator. We are waiting on the lines, so we will do the fuel pressure regulator and the lines in a future video as well. Now, I recently ordered the wiring harness that converts the K24 to the E30, so that is a super exciting bit, but it should be the final piece that we need to actually get this thing started. So that is super exciting. So once we do the exhaust as well as the fuel lines, we should be right in time to have it delivered. It is 4 to 6 weeks out, but that was already 2-3 weeks ago. So we are coming up on getting it actually delivered and getting the E30 actually done, which is kind of crazy. I'm super nervous, but I have to thank you guys for all of the love and support throughout the build, and we've just been moving and grooving, and I know that a lot of you guys are excited to hear the startup. I am incredibly nervous, but I think that it should go well. So let's talk about our actual ECU options, and I'll explain why I went with the one that I did. And I went with the Link G4X, and this one is the HC20X, and so it's a direct plug and play with the RSX style harness, and so it's a direct swap for the K20. And obviously this is a K24, but they are very, very similar. So I went with a full standalone, mainly because of the safety parameters and the extra functionality of a standalone. But when I go turbo, this will be super easy to just retune, and it will be perfect enough for the actual turbo build. So that way I don't need to rebuy the ECU. I will just be able to bolt up the exhaust, bolt up an intercooler, and add fuel to it, and it should be good to go. At least that's my thought. So when I convert to turbo and when I actually save up the money for it, it will be very easy, and it will be a nice swap. So with this ECU and it being a direct plug-in, it actually fits in the factory ECU box for a K-series. So any K-series, it will be able to fit in the factory location, which is super, super nice. And we will be able to just go to a junkyard and find a K-series random ECU box. It doesn't need to be the special 2002 to 2004 RSX Type S ECU. So those guys are getting harder and harder to find, and after looking at it and seeing that the ECU is, $300 to $400, and then getting hondata on it, you're already looking at $1,100. I was able to get this guy for a really good deal, and I did their link sale. So I got this link ECU for around that same price of the hondata. So I think that this was a super good grab, and it again will help me with the actual tuning abilities. So welcome to my patio. I was editing the video and realized that I didn't kind of get the clear information across that I was really wanting to. So I say that there are two main ECUs, and that's just because they are both direct plugins. You could obviously go with a whole bunch of different standalones, like Haltech or anything like that. But these two both directly use the same factory RSX style wiring harness, and so they both plug in, and that's why I say that there are the two main options. So the second main option is going to be getting hondata, and that's going to be the Honda K-Pro, K-Pro 4 I believe, and so you will get that installed on the specific RSX ECU. You will have to look that up and which one is specific. I found them really hard to find at the junkyards because so many people know about them, and they are really quick and easy to snag. So they are quite hard to find or very expensive once you do find them. So if you guys have one, or if you guys can snag one, then obviously that might be the best way to go for you. But I decided to go with the HC20X as it is another direct plug-in, and it will fit in a regular K-series ECU, so that is why I went with that. But the second option would be getting hondata and getting Honda K-Pro installed with all of the features. I've seen them do a lot of fast Hondas run with hondata, so it's really just preference based, but these are going to be the main two ECUs on the market. And like I said, when we go turbo, all we'll need to do is pull off the exhaust. I'm gonna make it to where it will just bolt into a 3-inch exhaust. So we will just need to create a downpipe for the turbo, and then it will directly bolt in so that we don't need to do a separate custom exhaust when we go turbo. And then just the intercooler, and obviously I'm making it sound a lot simpler, but we won't need to do too much when we actually pull the trigger on that, so that is super exciting. A lot of you guys have been asking for a actual price breakdown on the E30, and that will be coming as soon as I am done with the car. So again, a lot of exciting stuff happening. Another exciting note is I might be looking at a potential project car after the E30 on Friday of this week. So maybe in the next video we might have a new project car, so that is super exciting. We'll see how rough it is and in how good condition. Hopefully I will be coming home with a car, because I know that other car content is always good. We've been rocking and rolling with the E30, but it is almost done, so that means that we got to keep ourselves busy, and what better way than a really cool project car. This one will be really cool, I think, for the channel, and it is a car that I wanted for a decent amount of time. but one that I could potentially flip and make a good profit. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on what it could be. It is another BMW, but we'll see. We'll see if it actually ends up working. But if not, I will be back with another car on Friday. So, good stuff, exciting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know that it was a bit more talking than what we have previously done, but I did want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around and being subscribed. And until next time, my name is Ryan. This is Project Race Car. Have an amazing day. Peace.